Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Every one of us has dreams, ambitions, and hopes that fuel our journey. But far too often, we allow excuses to stand in our way. We say, I'm too tired, I'm too busy, I don't have enough resources, or what if I fail? Fail. The truth is simple. There is no excuse for not trying. Life will never hand us perfect conditions. The road will always have obstacles. But what defines us is not the challenges we face. It is how we respond to them. Trying, even in the face of hardship, is the first and most important step towards success. Think of the great achievers in history. They weren't the ones who had the easiest paths. They were the ones who tried when others gave up. They fell, but they got up again. They faced criticism, but kept going. So today I urge you, don't let fear, doubt, or circumstances stop you from giving your best effort. Trying costs nothing but gives you everything. It builds resilience, teaches lessons, and opens doors you never imagined. Remember, failure comes only when you stop trying. No excuse is stronger than your will. So go out, take that chance, and keep trying, because that's how greatness begins. Excuses are barriers we create. Expanded. Excuses are invisible walls that we build around ourselves. They are the reasons we give to justify inaction, to protect ourselves from discomfort, or to avoid the risk of failure. But at their core, excuses are nothing more than stories we tell ourselves, stories that limit what we can achieve. We might say, I don't have enough time, I'm not ready, or though I'm not good enough. These thoughts feel real because they give us temporary relief from the pressure of trying. However, when we rely on excuses, we give up control over our own destiny. We allow circumstances, doubts, and fears to dictate what we do or don't do. The truth is, most excuses are born from fear. Fear of failing, fear of looking foolish, fear of stepping outside our comfort zone. But growth never happens inside that comfort zone. Excuses may seem harmless at first, but over time they become habits. And these habits quietly steal opportunities. The more we let excuses guide our actions, the more we stay stuck in the same place, watching others move forward while we remain behind. It's important to recognize that no external force imposes these barriers on us. We create them in our minds. And just as we build them, we have the power to tear them down. When we stop hiding behind excuses, we begin to see solutions instead of problems. We realize that we are capable of more than we thought. We stop saying, I can't, and start asking, how can I? That shift in mindset is what opens doors, sparks creativity, and pushes us toward our dreams. The perfect time will never come. Expanded. One of the most common excuses people make is waiting for the right time to begin. We tell ourselves that we will start working toward our goals when conditions are better. When we have more money, when we have more time, when we feel more confident, or when we think the world will be more supportive. But the truth is, that perfect moment we are waiting for may never arrive. Life is full of unpredictable challenges, distractions, and changes. And if we keep waiting for everything to align perfectly, we might spend our entire lives waiting. Success is not about having ideal circumstances. It is about making progress in spite of imperfect ones. The most successful people in history did not have flawless conditions when they started. They faced difficulties, lacked resources, or worked against great odds. What made them stand out was not perfect timing. It was their decision to try, regardless of the situation. Every day that we delay action because we think conditions aren't perfect, we lose precious time that could have been spent learning, improving, and getting closer to our goals. Time keeps moving forward, whether we act or not. The longer we wait, the harder it can become to start, because doubts grow stronger and opportunities may slip away. Waiting for the perfect time is often a disguise for fear. Fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of making mistakes. But there is strength in starting now with what we have, where we are. Where we are. When we take action despite uncertainty, we build resilience. And with each step forward, conditions tend to improve because we are actively shaping our own future. Trying is the first step to success. Expanded. Success is not something that happens overnight or by accident. It begins with one simple, powerful act, trying. No dream can become reality. No goal can be achieved. And no skill can be developed without first making an effort. Trying is what separates those who move forward from those who stay stuck in the same place. It is the bridge between wishing for something and working toward it. When we try, We take an idea out of our minds and begin to give it form in the real world. It doesn't matter if that first attempt is small, messy, or imperfect. What matters is that we begin. Every great achievement, no matter how big or impressive, started with someone making the decision to try, to take a step forward even when the outcome wasn't certain. Trying is also the foundation for growth. Through effort, we gain experience. Through experience, we learn what works and what doesn't. Each time we try, we gather information, sharpen our abilities, and build the confidence to try again, this time with greater wisdom. Even when the result isn't what we hoped for, the act of trying teaches us lessons we could never learn by standing still. Without trying, success remains a distant dream. But with effort, that dream begins to take shape, bit by bit. It is not the size of our first step that matters. It is the courage to take that step at all. When we try, we show the world and ourselves that we are serious about our goals, that we are willing to put in the work, and that we believe in the possibility of success, even if the path ahead is uncertain. Failure only happens when you stop trying, expand it. Many people are afraid of failure, but the truth is, failure isn't what we think it is. Missing a goal, making a mistake, or falling short does not make us failures. These moments are simply stepping stones on the path to success. The only real failure is giving up, deciding to stop trying altogether. When we stop trying, we close the door on growth, progress, and possibility. Every time we try and things don't go as planned, we're not failing, we're learning. We're gaining insight into what doesn't work so we can adjust, improve, and try again with greater knowledge and strength. The most successful people in the world are not those who never stumbled. They are those who refuse to let setbacks define them. They kept going, kept pushing, and kept trying, no matter how many times they faced challenges. Failure, as most people see it, is often just a temporary result, not a permanent condition. It's a natural part of striving for something meaningful. If we look at any achievement, big or small, we'll usually find a history of failed attempts behind it. What made the difference was persistence, the refusal to stop trying despite difficulties. When you keep trying, you're giving yourself endless chances to succeed. Each attempt increases your understanding, sharpens your focus, and brings you one step closer to your goal. Stopping, on the other hand, guarantees that you'll never reach it. That's why real failure only exists when we abandon the effort. Effort builds confidence and skill. Expanded. Confidence and skill are not gifts we're born with. They are earned through effort, persistence, and practice. Every time we try, every time we put in the work, we take a step toward becoming better, stronger, and more capable. It is through effort that we discover what we are capable of and begin to believe in ourselves. When we first start something new, it's natural to feel unsure or nervous. We might doubt our abilities or worry about failing. But as we continue to put in the effort, something powerful begins to happen. We start to see progress. We begin to understand the task better. Our movements become more precise. Our ideas become clearer, and our actions become more effective. With each attempt, no matter how small, our skills improve. And as our skills improve, our confidence grows. It's important to remember that confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the belief that we can handle challenges because we have prepared through effort. The more we try, the more evidence we give ourselves that we are capable. This creates a positive cycle. Effort builds skill, skill builds confidence, and confidence fuels further effort. Without effort, we remain stuck where we are. We continue to doubt ourselves because we have not given ourselves the opportunity to succeed. But with effort, we lay the foundation for mastery. We show ourselves that we can learn, adapt, and rise to meet challenges. Every drop of sweat, every hour spent practicing, and every attempt we make adds to our strength and self-belief. Your willpower is stronger than any excuse. Expand it. Deep inside every person is a powerful force, the strength of willpower. Willpower is what drives us to act despite challenges, to keep going despite difficulties, and to rise after we fall. Excuses may seem convincing at first. They offer comfort and relief in the short term, reasons why we can't or shouldn't act. But no excuse is greater than the determination of a mind that refuses to give up. Your willpower has the ability to break through barriers that once felt impossible to overcome. It can silence doubts, overcome fears, and push aside the distractions that try to pull you off course. When you choose to focus on your goal and summon your inner strength, excuses lose their power. They are no match for a person driven by purpose. Think about the times you faced difficulty but kept going anyway. That was your willpower at work. It is always there within you, waiting to be called upon. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And as your willpower grows, you begin to see excuses for what they truly are. Obstacles of the mind, not of reality. It's not that challenges disappear when you have strong willpower, but you stop letting those challenges control you. Instead, you become solution-focused, determined to find a way forward no matter how hard it gets. Your willpower fuels your persistence, helping you take action even when the odds seem against you. Every small effort counts more than you realize. Expanded. In the pursuit of our goals, it's easy to become fixated on big victories and major breakthroughs. We often believe that success must come from massive, dramatic actions, and as a result, we overlook the quiet power of small, consistent efforts. But in reality, it is these small efforts, repeated day after day, that shape our future far more than we realize. Every small action you take, reading a page, practicing a skill for a few minutes, writing down a goal, making a small improvement, is like planting a seed. At first, it may seem insignificant, and the results may not be immediate or visible. But over time, those tiny seeds grow into something strong and lasting. Small efforts build momentum, they create habits, and those habits become the foundation of success. Think of the greatest accomplishments in any field, whether in sports, business, science, or art. Behind every triumph lies a series of small steps, hours of unseen practice, quiet moments of preparation, and countless small decisions to keep going. These small efforts may not attract attention or applause, but they are the true drivers of progress. Another reason small efforts matter so much is because they are manageable and sustainable. When we aim for small daily victories, we avoid the overwhelm that can come from trying to achieve too much at once. We stay focused, motivated, and steady. Each small effort serves as a reminder that we are moving forward, that we are committed to growth, even if the pace feels slow at times. The beauty of small efforts is that they compound. Just like saving small amounts of money can grow into great wealth over time, small acts of effort add up, creating results that are far greater than the sum of their parts. Every little step you take brings you closer to your goal, even if you can't see the progress right away. Action turns dreams into reality. Expanded. We all have dreams, visions of the life we want to live, the person we want to become, and the goals we hope to achieve. But dreams alone are not enough. They inspire us, they give us direction, but without action, they remain nothing more than ideas in our minds. It is only when we take action, even small, imperfect action, that we begin to bring those dreams to life. Action is the force that transforms thoughts into outcomes. No matter how big your dream is, no matter how detailed your plan, it is action that moves you forward. Fuel our imagination, but action shapes our reality. Each step you take, each task you complete, no matter how small, is a building block in turning your vision into something real and tangible. Too often, people get stuck in the dreaming phase. They think, they plan, they hope, but they hesitate to begin. They fear mistakes, uncertainty, or rejection. But the truth is, no dream becomes reality without the courage to act. Action creates progress. And with each action you take, you gain valuable experience, learn new lessons, and build the path toward your goal. What's important to remember is that action doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need to have all the answers or the perfect plan before you start. What matters is that you do something, that you take that first step and continue moving forward. Even when the result isn't exactly what you envisioned, the process of acting teaches, strengthens, and prepares you for what comes next. Every great achievement you see around you started with action. Someone dared to move beyond dreaming, beyond planning, and into doing. They understood that action, no matter how small or uncertain, is the key that unlocks potential and transforms ideas into accomplishments. Ending so as you move forward in life, remember this. It is not the challenges you face, the resources you lack, or the fears you feel that define your future. It is your willingness to try. Each attempt, no matter how small, brings you closer to who you are meant to be. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't let excuses steal your dreams. Stand up, take that first step, and keep going. Because the only thing standing between you and success is the decision to try, and there is truly no excuse for not trying.